play of the game from way down.
1, 2, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bombstastinko gonna find Rainer.
What is up, and welcome back to twitch.tv/murderrg. Alright, that was a little big, but welcome. Sorry, I'm just hyped. We were gone for a week. I couldn't wait to be back for you guys, so I did a replay cast earlier. If you missed it, go check that out later. It was Deviled Kegs, and it was Team Training Wheels. Won't spoil the result. If you want to watch that, head on over to my YouTube channel. Just search for MurderRG on YouTube, or follow the link put in chat by Nightbot. Hit that subscribe button over there. Love you guys for that. But right now, we got Division B East. It's party time, and it's ReGen Phoenix. I got all of them in the lobby. They're waiting on me, I think. I don't know. I think they said they're ready. I'm just going to tell them I'm ready to go. And then we're going to see some hots. It's Division B East, and these are two very strong teams in the standings right now. Just taking a peek at them. ReGen Phoenix currently sitting in first place with 3 dominations, 11 points on the season. Party Time sitting just 2 points behind them, 9 points in the standings, and 2 dominations of their own. So certainly expecting some big battles here tonight. I don't know who's going to win. I hope all of you guys know what is going on, because I don't. Eric Chemo in chat, he says, dude, can you hype me up like that every day? I need that in my life. And the answer is, of course, I would be honored. Draft number 1 underway. Our blue team is going to be banning first. That's party time in blue tonight. ReGen Phoenix playing in the red side. Map selection from Arrow here in game number 1 is Battlefield of Eternity. Let's talk about those bans tonight. Party Time taking away Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom. ReGen Phoenix taking away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Alterac Pass. Okay, alright, so BOE it is. We've seen ReGen Phoenix play here this season. Can they find themselves another win and maybe a 4th domination? First ban will be Deathwing. He's definitely made a splash here in Season 8 of NGS, only legal for the past week or two, although last week we had a week off, so we haven't seen too much of the big bird. But I think tonight there'll be some focus. Will it just be the bans, or does he sneak through the top half of the ban phase and we see him selected? I don't know. I'm hoping for it. We got to see it a couple weeks ago here on this channel, and if it happens again, I love it, because I think the hero's cool. I think he's fun. We got the real Pokeflute in chat as well, dropping emotes. That's my favorite thing to see. If you guys are in chat, throw those emotes out. Keep the chat flowing, keep it pumping. The more you chat, the more the algorithms kick it in, and we get more viewers here hanging out and having a good time. Again, if you're not already followed, look at this follower goal going on here. We're at 960 followers. If there's 40 of you out there who want to hit that button now, we can have some fun. But if not, we'll just continue watching this draft as we see Artanis, Malthael, Kael'thas also taken away after that Deathwing. Now we're on to our first pick. It does belong to Party Time. And they want that Greymane. A hero that we've seen in NGS since the beginning of time. But most recently, he's popped right back in the meta. Maybe my favorite hero in this current meta right now, especially when you're up against the likes of Deathwing. Not in this game, of course, banned out in that top half, but having the Greymane on your team, you're going to get, here on Battlefield Eternity, plenty of race potential, and you're also going to have plenty of Merc potential as well. A great all-around hero. It'll be responded to by ReGen Phoenix with an Alterac and an ETC. So let me catch up in my book as we're seeing Ariel selected here quickly by Party Time. And they're going to grab a Muradin as well. Haven't seen as much Muradin, but I think he has a place here on this map. A lot of brawling, and he's able to recharge that health bar so quickly. Third Wind as an option at level 1, or just go Storm Bolts and have some fun. Plenty of stuns, which will help out the Greymane. Can help up with some follow-up on a whip from Ariel as well, which could be a pretty good CC chain for Party Time if they want to go that route. Final ban, though, for ReGen Phoenix, that's going to be right now, and it's going to be Gul'dan. Seemingly a target ban, not his strongest map, but perhaps a hero on, a player on the other side, very comfortable on this hero, so taken away by Arrow and ReGen Phoenix. Now over to Party Time for the final ban of this map. Already taken away the Artanis, the Deathwing, some scary heroes, but they want to take away one of Arya's favorite supports. It's Stukov. So now Darabo, Arya, Rabid Penguin yet to choose their heroes. We already see what Mudge and Arrow are playing. Expecting some sort of race to help out this Alarak, not the strongest of selections at the top for the objective here. But still plenty of options available, including something like a Sylvanas and Arya's other favorite support, this one being Rhaegar. Two more selections for party time. Bishop Mist and Shoeman, the two yet to select. They have their tank, their support, and one of their racers. They probably want something for the solo lane here and another flex pick to help out this gray main. It's going to be a Mephisto and Leoric. Alright, so what do they do against the Leoric in the top lane? Still can pick up something like a Rexar. It's still out there. Darabo, final selection. Let me write these last two in my book. And it will be 5 seconds left. Thinking about it, dreaming about it, hoping it'll help them win this game 1. And they need some help in racing. So it's going to be Hanzo as the final selection. Who did I miss? Greymane, Oriel. Oh, I didn't write down Muradin. Muradin. All right. Chat, I'm going to set up a poll now. New poll. Who will win game 1? Party time or ReGen Phoenix. Check the top of your chat right now. Starting the poll. And it should be there. So take a look up top. Technically it should be here, I think. That side. Top of your chat. If you're on a PC, log in, hit your vote. I will take a look at the results and let you guys know who you're thinking is going to win this game number 1. If I had to guess, I don't know. I like bits and pieces of both drafts. I think the Sylvanas, if they can win an objective, is going to help a lot. The Rhaegar, the Hanzo, the ETC. I think all these can help the pieces, but is it necessarily like a BOE comp? I don't see it from ReGen Phoenix. I think maybe a bit more on the other side, just having that Greymane. Very strong racer. Maybe advantage here for party time, but we'll find out. Game number 1. We are loaded in, and let's introduce this team on the right side first. We got Arrow on ETC, Arya playing the Rhaegar, Mudge playing the Alarak, Rabid Penguin on Sylvanas, and Darabo on Rambo. It's Hanzo. Ladies and gentlemen, they are ReGen Phoenix. Over on the left-hand side in blue, we got Bishop Mist. Let's call him Bishop Bist. Bishop Mist on Mephisto, Sealyman playing the Ariel, Ekib on Greymane, we see Chess Clue on the Muradin, and up in the top lane it'll be Shoeman on the Leoric. Make some noise, they are party time. Nothing sneaky here from the Sylvanas to start this one off. Here are your level 1 talents. Looks like it'll be Redemption for Hanzo. Wasn't necessarily expecting that. Usually you see a bit more Scatter Arrow here. But Redemption can work. Some big bodies with the Muradin. Also, you can consider the Leoric up there. So Darabo going to try to get free stacks off of a Muradin who has a free health bar. And so far, it's ETC making the first move. A lot of trouble as the Dwarf Toss right on top. Where's the Stormbolt? Did he throw it and miss? I didn't quite see. But Arrow able to barely survive. Bishop Mist also was low. The Mephisto player also surviving. So no kills yet as we'll tune into the top lane. It's Mudge versus Shoeman. It's Alarak versus Leoric. And so far, not too exciting. Although it appears as though Leoric getting the better half of these trades. A few misses there with the Telekinesis and the Discord Strike from our Alarak player. Five stacks already early here for Darabo. That's pretty quick stacking for a Hanzo player. Really just trying to maintain the health bars. Not really necessarily looking for kills, but just looking for those stacks. Of course, ETC also stacking. He's got that Prog Rock already at 3 of 20. On the other side, stacking quests, we do have the Murd and Perfect Storm picked up at level 1. And there's his 4th stun. Oh, Arrow barely making it. Ow, I thought that was going to be first blood. I had to get quiet for a second. I was like, oh man, this is going to be a dead body. But nope, able to survive. Do we have any votes? Poll ended. 0 votes. You guys are a lot of fun today. You're great at parties. And here I am thinking we're about to have a party with Party Time playing. Arya in trouble. Rhaegar trying to run away. Hops in puppy form. Able to move out as Arrow finds a power slide onto 2. He gets whipped into a wall and stunned himself, but still no kills as Hanzo approaching 10 stacks. He's at 8 right now. Quickly moving through there. Oh, Mudge almost dying. Getting the kill though on Leoric, who's maybe going to spawn right on top. No, that's a little too risky. Mudge going back home. Leoric will be back in lane, so that lane's going to push out in favor of Party Time in just a moment. No XP missed by Leoric. Darabo now is at 10 stacks, just a few more away from having that done. I guess a few. It's less than a few. It's just a couple. Both sides looking at their camps. Rabid Penguin is going to go back to base quickly. Is it needed? I don't think so. I mean, you're talking about like a fraction of mana. So maybe you're going to be a little bit late to the party here on the race. Arrow's down here already. Here's Chess Clue, Bishop, Miss, and Sealyman walking past their own Immortal, headed up to the top. But they're going to stop here and play some defense for a bit. Still Alarak and Leoric up top as Greymane moving over to play attacker here on the top side. We'll watch his bottom side action as we have a few more heroes down here. ReGen Phoenix able to clear up that camp and now moving back in to find a power slide onto Murden. Chess Clue still having that dwarf toss, and there's not any more CC here from ReGen Phoenix, so Chesku is going to be able to get away and does. Rabid Penguin, who went back to base earlier, now already down to 20% health. Greymane's been racing, gotten them a good lead. They're up by about 1,000 HP, but here comes ReGen Phoenix trying to push the halftime. Will they be able to? I don't know. Rabid Penguin's got to be careful here. Getting some chain healing from Rhaegar. They do push the halftime. They have this slight lead as now Leoric getting his sights, or he's being put in the sights of ReGen Phoenix, but they're not going to be able to kill him. He's got that Wraith Walk on out. Now it's time to race. Rhaegar very low. Could be first blood of this game. Gets stunned by the Immortal, but still surviving. 145 health as ReGen Phoenix able to take the first Immortal of the game. Now going to push onto these globes along with ETC. And that's 2 more stacks for Arrow. Now sitting at 8 on the Prog Rock. And that'll be an Immortal for ReGen Phoenix. Barely able to pick that one up and barely able to survive. Still the only kill of the game was top lane. We missed it. Apologies for that. Alarak picking up the kill earlier onto Leoric. We're going to follow this. Sylvanas now pushing in with black arrows onto this bottom fort wall. But a good defense so far, really pressuring Rabid Penguin. He's got to be careful, making sure he doesn't take too much damage on the front side of this. Of course, ETC up here trying to play bully, but there's still a wall here. You can't go past it. Now it is down. Immortal moving onto the fort. Chess Clue getting power slid on very low, 200 health. Is there a scatter arrow? Is there anything? 75, gonna survive backside. Murden walking away, finding some heals from Ariel, but does this fort survive? I think the answer to that is no. Now Mephisto in trouble, uses that Shade of Mephisto to try to move out and hops right back inside of all these members of ReGen Phoenix, but still no kills. Darabo is completed on Redemption. I didn't see quite when he finished it, but very early stacks for our Hanzo player as he's moving into Serrated Arrows and never outmatched at 4 and 7. Another kill up top. Alarak starting to come into his own now, sitting at 112 sadism. It's only going to get harder if Leoric can't kill him. Here comes the counter-attack. Greymane Murden moving up to the top lane, but Mudge able to get out before he's noticed. Looks like a lane swap after destroying that bottom fort. They're going to put their solo laner down there now and focus here on the top lane. There also is a camp available up here. We'll see which team wants to move into it first. So far, it's just Arrow playing out in the lane along with the rest of his team this year. The rotation came out as well from Party Time. They have 3 heroes up here. Still the Mephisto traveling. So space created for ReGen Phoenix to work on this siege camp. Here comes Sylvanas over the wall and very easily picked up. Does she have? She does. Merc Queen. Level 4. So empowered impalers. That's a tongue twister. ReGen Phoenix gonna look for more XP. They're very close to level 10 as ETC taking 50% of his health bar there. Not what they're looking for. Good defense so far, having this Mephisto and the cocktail from the Greymane. It's a good bit of area damage if they want to play aggressive with the Mephisto. And speaking of which, there he goes. Hitting 4 heroes that time with this Chain Lightning. And RGP content with what they got. Very close now to level 10. We have our second objective phase spawning and... Oh. We missed all 3 kills in the soul lane, but this one belongs to Leoric. Alarak not able to survive that one. Didn't quite see what happened, but you gotta expect something pretty happen. That's gonna mean halftime already pushed by Party Time. A big lead. Look how far they're ahead. 7,000 HP advantage heading into the second half. But a fortunate position for ReGen Phoenix has them sitting on the defensive side. Now they can wait for Alarak to get here and also pick up this Bruiser camp, sending all their heroes back to it. And surprisingly so, we're not seeing any sort of advance because they didn't have 10, I guess, for Party Time. So maybe not too surprising. But now we're on even talents, and I think a fight should be ready any moment now. Both sides got those Bruiser camps out, so it's got to be quick in either direction. Muradin looking for something. Bahanzo, natural agility over the wall. There's a Sonic Arrow to give him a bit of vision. Almost connecting on top of Muradin, but doesn't. Chesku's getting chunked out by those redemption stacks. There's a 3-man mosh pit from Arrow. They get 1 kill, they get 2. The Dragon's Arrow is there as well, but it didn't provide enough damage to get that 3rd kill. But the 2 should be enough for them to push into the offensive side. Does Greymane split off and try to push it the other direction? No. He's going to want to find XP up top as Mephisto trying to get the spread damage with that Chain Lightning. Not quite able to find a kill out of it. So ReGen Phoenix going to find themselves their 2nd Immortal of the game. Leoric spawning right on top of them. Did they get some free damage there? No, they're not even worried about it. It's going to be a 50% shield. And that should be stacks for Progrock as well. Just completed at 8 minutes and 40 seconds by Arrow. So an extra support here to help out Rhaegar. Moved into Ancestral Healing. I was wondering maybe it wouldn't be, but it was. And this is a cheeky play. Oh, wow. They're going to be wide open to push onto this keep wall. They're going to see the full vision here in the top lane. All 5 heroes from Party Time are here to kill this Immortal. And look at ReGen Phoenix. They know it, and they're moving right past this keep wall onto the keep with black arrows from Sylvanas. Only Muradin so far. Greymane Mephisto also trying to get in here quickly, but ReGen Phoenix so fast on this keep. They might as well just die for this, or will they? Darabo 100 health. Here comes Leoric, but Mephisto's going to get the kill there with that Consume Souls. Almost forgot the name of it. Mud's going to fall as well. Arrow inside and Entomb. And this is looking like a quad kill for Party Time if they can finish off ETC. Does he get out? Stormbolt might make it a different story. And Spectral Leech will finish it off. Quad kill for Party Time. They lost a bit. They lost 50% health on this bottom lane keep. The top fort also fell from the Immortal. So, hashtag worth? I don't know. You guys at home be the judge. Free camp here for Party Time. Not much Rabid Penguin can do. Is thinking about maybe something, but without any heroes nearby from his own team, didn't make the play. Bottom lane also picked up by Party Time. Impaler is going to be in this bottom lane for the time being. And it is a level 13 advantage. What are they going to do with it? Looks like they want to push down this bottom fort. All the heroes here, but ReGen Phoenix, they're going the other direction. They're like, okay, if you want a fort, fine. We'll take a keep. And once again, with Sylvanas, they're on another structure. Top lane keep wall down. And they don't want to play greedy, so they're backing on out. They learned their lesson from last time. Here comes Chest Clue, maybe. Mudge, the only one not mounted. Does Leoric find anything here? Not even going to bother. Now Phoenix maybe waiting for a party bush. There is Alarak pulling back the Ariel, and she just got deleted. Mosh Pit as well, only hit the Leoric, but he was able to use that Wraith Walk to get on out. Now it's Shoeman in trouble. Arya trying to chase in on the Rhaegar, but Muradin right on top as well. So great frontline support, helping each other out. They're able to pick up the kill on Alarak. Maybe looking for more now with Mephisto, and they do find it. So Sylvanas is down. Arya now retreating, gets Storm bolted, and Rhaegar turns into the triple kill for Party Time right before the objective spawn. Huge advantage here. Gonna go ahead and invade on this camp. Maybe would love to see the Greymane drop back and just start the race, because 3 heroes are down right now. I don't know if this camp's going to be necessarily the value they want, but they should still be able to push halftime. Maybe it's worth it either way. But overall, outstanding effort there by Murden, keeping the Leoric alive in the fight, hopping over just to save the day for a little bit, and really disrupting the attack of ReGen Phoenix. So we're looking for a kill and didn't find it. And when the focus gets split that much and you don't get the lead-off kill and what you're initially looking for, and it turns into something like that, it's always going to turn into trouble. So well done once again. Party Time now with a big lead, a 10k lead on this race. But it's ReGen Phoenix once again in that defensive position, looking for a fight. Hanzo going to try to push his lane up a bit, start to pressure out this lane, so Party Time has to send someone to respond eventually. Now back into this fight. Underneath their own Immortal, ReGen Phoenix going to try to play some defense here. Chest Clue once again trying to get started on the front side, but getting reduced pretty quickly by Hanzo, just tapping away at his health. The Dragon Arrow is going to miss though, and that's not a good look now. ReGen Phoenix in trouble, going to have to use that Ancestral Heal. Oh my God, Murden down. Hanzo still throwing in damage, but Rapid Penguin can die on the backside. Greymane looking for more. Can't get the second kill with that go for the throat, but they do. Oh, what the? Wow. Party Time here to play, picking up an Immortal, and this is about time for them because they lost the other ones. They had some struggles here and there, but now starting to really find the kills, up 12-6. Let's take a look at them. 4 for Leoric, 3 for Greymane, Mephisto, and 2 for the Murden. Still no deaths on either of the assassins. Maybe the difference maker right there, just being able to keep them alive. So credit to Sealy, man, playing the Ariel here. Level 16 advantage for a little bit longer until ReGen Phoenix can find that XP. Currently, they have the Hanzo down in the bottom lane trying to find what he can. So top fort will be down to this Immortal. And it's getting ready to push on to this keep. Still with a 50% shield. Arrow waiting behind for a mosh pit. Let's see if he wants to run on in here. But no, instead just going to hearth back, not wanting to play the aggressive side. Still without the level 16 talents. Well, maybe a little bit scared of making that risky play.
New follower detected.
You got a new follow, Carlito. Thank you for being here. Here comes Arrow, looking for someone on the backside, but Power Slide gonna miss. Leoric's low, but they should be able to find this keep. There's the Entomb, just splitting him up a bit. And they do find the keep. They do find a kill on ETC. There's the Ancestral Heal, keeping Mudge alive. Chest Clue falling very low, and they finish Murden off. 90 health gonna survive as Mephisto spreading more of that Lightning Nova damage, and now the Consumed Souls picking up the kill on Hanzo. Greymane leaping in, finding the kill there on the Sylvanas, and that should be it. Game number 1 in impressive fashion after that midway mark in favor of Party Time. They're going to take the lead here, 1-0. Wow. Let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Bishop missed MVP there in game number 1. No deaths, made it through the whole thing, as well as Ekeeb on the Greymane, but 58k damage and 5 kills apiece for both the assassins. Well done by Party Time. Let's take a look at these talents before we move on to our first break of the evening. Just really great. Wow. Yeah. Impressed. Flabbergasted with how outstanding that was. We'll be back for game number 2 in just a moment. Thanks for being here. If you're not already following, don't wait. Hit the follow button, you punk. I called you a punk because you're not following. See how that works. All right, I'll see you guys soon. And welcome back to twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'm your host, Murda, once again. Thanks for being here, and thanks for hanging out. Game 1. Wow, what a turnaround. Party time. Huge comeback. Lost the first 2 objectives. Were really threatened by Sylvanas. They had structures down, keeps being pushed on, but they had the defense there. They got the final objective pushed all the way through, and ultimately ended up with the Game 1 victory. I gotta say, someone here hit the follow button, and they were already followed. So we went from 960 to 959. So if that's you and you're hanging out and you hit the follow button, make sure it wasn't you who unfollowed, unless you did that intentionally, in which case, I don't want you here anyway. I'm ready, chat. They're ready as well. So we're going to be heading on into game number 2. This time, it's going to be Dragon Shire. Are we going? I think we're going. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Nope. Okay. Arrow, waiting for you. 3, 2, 1. 1. There it is. Okay. Wow. Not too sly that time. But here we are, draft number 2, game number 2, map number 2, Dragon Shire. Who picked this one? Looks like it was ReGen Phoenix again. So first to ban, once again, will be party time, and once again, taking away the Deathwing, not wanting anything to do with the big boy. Not too surprising. From what I've seen, his win rate's pretty high. His dominance potential also pretty high. Mouthfeel taken away for the 2nd game in a row. So bans looking similar. Will this also be in Artanis? Probably not. We're not on BOE. We're on Dragon Shire. So expecting this one to change. What did they take away though? The Stukov. That was one of their bans from game 1. Remains a ban here in game 2. Second ban now for ReGen Phoenix. They also banned out a Kael'thas in game 1. Excuse me. A few hiccups there. Cog88 says, nice De Niro impression. Alright. I'll take it. I mean, he's got an Academy Award, right? Ariel. Okay, so that's how they change it up. I wasn't thinking the Kael'thas would be banned. Maybe, but... Taking away the Alarak. This was the one hero that gave them trouble in game 1. Killing that Leoric twice, but Leoric got that kill the 3rd time. And that was really the turning point in the whole match. So Alarak taken for Bishop Mist. Now over to ReGen Phoenix with their first 2 picks. Still the Greymane out there, not banned. Very much expecting the Greymane selection, if not mistake maybe, but it's Rexar and ETC, and that's going to leave the Greymane open, and you gotta believe it's going to be picked this time. I don't see it making to the 2nd ban phase at all. But is having the Alarak and the Greymane too much melee damage for them? Greymane's pretty ranged. I mean, he's more of just like a kill threat from distance, leaping in, swiping. You're not necessarily staying in Worgen form as a melee hero. But they don't want it. They want the Gul'dan. What are they going to pair with it? Malfurion. I didn't expect that. Greymane has been pretty top tier. A lot of bans, a lot of picks. Murden gonna be banned. Is this final one gonna be the Greymane, or does it slip through our bans again? What language is my game in? This game is currently in Korean. It's like, well, I don't know if it's North Korean. I don't technically know. Do North Koreans and South Koreans speak the same language? I guess. Uther, the final ban. Okay, so Greymane surviving once again. Darabo, Arya, Rabid Penguin, the 3 yet to select their heroes. Very similar to game number 1. Leading off with that solo lane and tank for ReGen Phoenix. Do they go back to the Rhaegar? Still an option. They do go back to the Rhaegar, and they're going to select a Jaina to pair with it this time. Final 2 picks now for party time. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe Greymane's not good. Let me know in chat. Is Greymane still a good hero? I don't know. I really don't know. Kime says, yes, they mostly speak the same language, so maybe some dialect stuff. Final 2 picks, Anubarak, Leoric. So we get the Leoric again. They're going to switch up the tank. Game 1, it was Muradin, banned out here in game 2, so they switch on to the Anubarak. Final pick for Darabo. Greymane still out there. Does he make it in? No, it's going to be Falstead for the final pick. So we got to go back to chat. Now, listen, chat. You guys, you didn't help me out after the first draft. I asked you who was going to win game 1. You didn't tell me. So I got to ask you again. Who will win game 2? Check out above in chat. I'm putting it in right now. We got party time as the first option, and the second option is ReGen Phoenix. Who's gonna win game 2? The poll is live. Don't hesitate. Get to voting. Let me know, because I got to do this show. I got to know who you're rooting for to see who you want to hear me cheer for. Of course, I'm going to cheer for both teams. That's how we do it here. But help me know who you're thinking. It's more fun. I don't have a co-caster with me. You are the co-caster, okay? Great portrait synergy, though. I got to give 10 out of 10 because all 10 players came out in support of their teams tonight. ReGen Phoenix with the purple globes and party time with the Anduins. You love to see it. You also love to see a game start. I almost called it a draft. You love to see a game starting. Game number 2. Let's introduce this team on the left first. We got Ekib on the Gul'dan, Bishop Mist playing Alarak, Chess Clue on Anubarak, Shoeman on the Leoric once again, and Sealy Man on the Malfurion. Make some noise for party time. And over on the right hand side in red, we got Rabid Penguin on the Jaina Arrow playing the ETC, Darabo on Falstead, Rhaegar played by Arya, and in the top lane playing the Misha and Rexar, it will be Mudge. They are ReGen Phoenix. I was like a little Super Saiyan in there on that team name call out. Arrow just kind of scouting around, seeing what's going on. Really not much. I'm going to pop up the level 1 talents here in a second for you. There they are. Once again, it's Prog Rock. We do see Bribe coming out. That's Wingman for Falstead. Top lane matchup's going to be Rexar versus Leoric. That was pretty obvious to figure out, but we'll watch a bit of it as Leoric's going to try to drain away on the bear, and the bear's going to try to charge on top of the Leoric. So far, both missing. Let me switch on over to my poll. I forgot to keep the results page up. Oh, this time you guys are voting. You love to see it. ReGen Phoenix going to clear up this bottom lane, just leaving the Falstead by himself in mid. He's just working on those bribe stacks and slowly clearing up that lane, making sure they're not getting too much pressure onto the wall. There are camps that have spawned, but it's going to be just party time looking at theirs. At least the siege camp. They're looking at the siege camp first, but on the other side, ReGen Phoenix sending the Rhaegar up, a bit better of a sieger than the Malfurion, able to help this out and work on the Bruiser camp first. So that's going to give Rexar a bit of help in this top lane where Leoric already having to use the well tap. A good lead started up by Mudge up against Shoeman as we see them both trying to move on to this point. Mudge maybe going to walk behind Leoric here. Yeah, he will. Shoeman may be in trouble, but will be able to get out. Has the Wraith Walk, really under no pressure. Mid needs to be watched by Falstead right now. He is there. So nothing's doing. There is a camp being looked at both sides. Oh, ETC is going to try to stay on the point. And does. Anubarak burrow charged off, and now Bishop missing trouble. A lot of damage coming from Rabid Penguin and that Jaina, but still no kills. Big power slide onto 3. Is the hammering enough? No. Arrow might fall for this. But doesn't. They get the kill on Anubarak. And that's first blood of the game over to ReGen Phoenix as both these siege camps are in the bottom lane, the better half belonging to party time. sieging away onto that wall. They do get one of the turrets. There's Alarak in trouble, but able to move on out. Malfurion's Roots holding in a few euros, but still no first kill of the game for Party Time, as ReGen Phoenix now has about a half-level lead. Actually, it's almost a full level, but... oh, Arya, you gotta run, puppy, go! Barely able to get out. Bishop Mist wanting that telekinesis back, but unfortunately there are no takebacks in Heroes of the Storm. Anubrak, though, finding Falstead. Burrow charge in. He's got the barrel roll. Darabo surviving. Still no first kill of the game for Party Time, as Rabid Penguin going to rechannel the bottom side. Gul'dan was looking for the Dragon Knight, but shut down early. Up top, it's going to be Falstead falling, but Leoric's going to be traded out. 1 kill apiece there on the top side. And bottom side control, once again, will switch over to Party Time, but top side switching over to ReGen Phoenix. We're playing some Ring Around the Rosie. Falstead will have a flight. There's a great stun combo on the ETC, who's playing pretty deep. Has to avoid these roots. Walking around him is arrows. Still able to get on out. Gul'dan with that slow damage. Alarak not able to find any of the finishes quite yet. And Falstead free soak in mid. Can we check out stacks? 2 stacks of bribe currently. Up top, Leoric getting back on the point, but Rexar coming back from the well. Gonna send Misha in, start auto-attacking away at Leoric, but he's able to Spectral Leash the bear. What did I call it? Spectral Leash? Murda, go home. You are home, Murda. Who's gonna win this? Alright, Shuban's gotta give it up. The bottom side, in possession of Party Time, at least for now. Falstead still working on stacks, that time up against Gul'dan, both at about 25% health, but Gul'dan coming back from the well. Ooh, Corruption gonna miss, so Darabo's gonna survive here. Oh man, it's getting close. Darabo getting really risky out there. And if Gul'dan knows he's channeling, oh no. He can't do the Hearth. He's gotta stop him, but he can't. Gul'dan picking it up. And now Darabo, who didn't go back to base, going to be late to the party now. Arrow in trouble down bottom. Now in the roots. But Alarak gave up on it. Didn't have a telekinesis. Wasn't going to be able to find the kill. So doesn't. Jaina's getting booted down to the bot lane as the Dragon Knight taking damage at mid. Gets through the wall. Falstead, a pretty good anti-sieger, especially with this W build started up. But I haven't noticed if he was able to grab... Oh, bottom lane. ETC in trouble. Power slide into safety. 120 health. Gets the heal. The chain heal from Rhaegar. That was close. But still just the 1 kill in the game that came in the top lane from Leoric, who's found a kill out of the solo in both these first 2 games. Party Time unable to find anything in the 4-man yet. Globe stacks looking decent. 10 for Jaina, 13 for ETC. It was a bit, I feel like it was a bit faster in the first game for ETC. There's some bribes coming out from Darabo, so now that W will be empowered a bit. And both sides looking at their siege camps, but will be Party Time first to action on theirs. Maybe a little bit late. No, they're not even going to come in onto the enemy siege camp, so both sides able to get their own respective camps. But there is a bruiser camp in the top lane for Rexar, and just Leoric here in defense right now. Let's see if Alarak, Gul'dan, or Malfurion want to rotate up. They will be scouted coming through mid by Falstead. Just going to be Gul'dan, it appears. Here's Ekib. And maybe Rexar in trouble. Here they come. Entomb will land, and Mudge surrounded by a bunch of blue. Second kill of the game here in the top side of the map for Party Time. And just bottom side, looks like ReGen Phoenix trying to find this bruiser camp, but trading out the Rexar, maybe not the best value they were seeking. This isn't Boris. This is Bestial Wrath. Trying to help out, just fighting over the point, the 1v1 matchup up against the Leoric. It'll definitely help there. Still don't know what Rhaegar is doing. Haven't seen Ancestral or the Bloodlust. There's the Ancestral coming out just in time on Jaina. And now being pulled back by that telekinesis. Rapid Penguin in trouble. Discord strike and a barely miss. Bishop missed. so close on a few occasions with this Alarak of finding some money kills, but still not able to get the job done. And ReGen Phoenix will walk away with all of their health bars intact. But I don't think Darabo gets his hearts off. Yeah, Bishop Miss lets him go. I thought maybe he was just going to interrupt it. Maybe he didn't have full vision of it. I don't know. Bottom side in control of party time. Top side still neutral. As Leoric and Rexar are fighting, here comes Gul'dan once again rotating up to the top lane. But I don't think ReGen Phoenix has any idea. Not showing through any of these these waves is Ekib. That's going to be it. Bottom side, though, might be switched over. Here's the Mosh Pit. Hits onto 2. Silence coming out from Ceiling Man just a tad bit late, but they get ETC locked in. He's got some health. Can he get out? Oh my god, Arrow barely making it out. Bottom side will flip possession over to ReGen Phoenix. Top side, it's still Misha up against the Leoric, and now without the Gul'dan here to help, I think this does favor Misha. But that Bestial Rasp just now expiring as Shoeman lands a Spectral Leech. Should keep him on the point just a moment longer as bottom side now being sieged on by ReGen Phoenix. There's another root, but this one not hitting anything. Leoric finally falling up top as Misha able to walk onto the point. Now both in possession of ReGen Phoenix. It's fall set at mid, but Gul'dan here waiting. Missing with the hammering is Darabo. And he's got hammer gains at 4, so these auto attacks are going to keep him up. So the sustain is there for Darabo, but look at this rotation. The Gust has to come out. Now 3 on top, gets the Ancestral. A big cooldown having to be used by an over-aggressive Falset, in my opinion. Was looking for that Gul'dan, but just never had the damage at all. And yeah, losing that Ancestral now, big opportunity for Party Time to look for a fight. There is the Cocoon. It hits onto ETC, but still no kills. As Leoric falling once again in the top lane. Bit of space now for ReGen Phoenix. Falset going to start the channel. Can he get it done? And he does. ReGen Phoenix picking up the Dragon Knight. But they're going to lose their healer in the process. Great job by Alarak pulling them back in. The roots were on point. But with this objective, what will ReGen Phoenix be able to do? They still have advantage in the top lane with Leoric on his butt for half the time. Misha finally starting to come into her own. Let's follow this DK here on the bottom side as it's pushing through the wall. Still playing safe though on the backside is ETC and Jaina. Now Falstead, he's the one inside the Dragon Knight. Very low on health, gonna have to be careful. Of course, has that Gust when he pops out, but I don't think they just want to burn the Gust. So just gonna walk the DK back and it will expire. Still with 30 seconds on the clock. Good defense by Party Time to not give ReGen Phoenix a full value on that objective. Bribe was there again by Falsa to quickly take that siege camp with heroes nearby. Maybe a bit lucky there for ReGen Phoenix to be able to have those stacks available, because maybe would have seen an invade coming their direction. They're also able to pick up the bruiser camp for the top lane, so macro pressure has been here throughout with the help of this bribe. But just the 5 kills, nothing really to write home about in either direction. 5 for ReGen Phoenix, 3 for Party Time. Might be a rotation coming to the top lane. ETC coming in really deep, or they're looking at the bruiser camp. Okay, they're trying to steal away a camp, and maybe they're able to. They have an idea that people are nearby. Oh, this could be bad. Mudge rotating down to the top, and Party Time has Rexar surrounded. Mudge gonna fall quickly, doesn't have Feign Death quite yet. The camp is taken. Here comes a Mosh Pit hitting 2 heroes, but the silence comes from Malfurion quickly. They still lose the Alarak, they still lose the Anubarak. Excuse me, that wasn't the Malfurion silence, because that was it there. Ends up being a triple kill for ReGen Phoenix. Double bruiser camp in the top lane. Water Elemental on the ground, and Leoric stuck inside a Blizzard. Shoeman might be falling, and they get the quad kill. Still with 2 bruiser camps in the top lane. Do they continue pushing here, or Falsta's going to fly down to the bottom? We can follow him. He's going to clear out this siege camp. But not wanting to play up against a Gul'dan on the bridge may be a smart decision there. Ekib able to clear these out pretty easily. Plenty of spread area damage. And ReGen Phoenix able to find a bit of value elsewhere as well. Rotating to mid, they're going to find the well. They're going to find some damage onto this fort. Jaina's here, but Leoric spawning in just a moment. Has the Entomb ready to go with a team nearby. The Shoeman look for it. Here comes the path forward. They find Rabid Penguin, drops the Water Elemental. There's a great burrow charge in. Rabid Penguin still in trouble, and even through the Ancestral, they're gonna find the kill because ReGen Phoenix not understanding the situation, not moving out quick enough, cost them that death and might cost them an objective as well. Jaina down for 45 seconds. Ceiling Man able to flip this bottom side over easily, and up top it's still Leoric against Rexar. Presumably someone's going to rotate up here and help Shoeman out. Oh man, the big rotation coming out. You hate to see it. But it will leave the bottom fort open. Gul'dan should easily be able to cut through this with some corruption. Only sitting at 28 stacks on Echoed Corruption. Maybe a bit slow there. 13 minutes here on Dragonshire. Mid lane, Anubrak in trouble. Has a burrow charge. Able to get back to his team. And does survive. Still just a kill up top onto Leoric for ReGen Phoenix. They do have their Jaina back on the map now. Here comes Rabid Penguin through mid. Leoric spawning in just a second. There's a camp nearby. Darabo has one bribe stack, but they don't use the other. And now look at this right on top. Moshpit's going to come out just to zone. They find a big pullback with that telekinesis onto 2 and the silence. So ETC going to fall. Misha very low, but they get a Nubrak first. There's the Gust, pushing everyone back except Leoric, who tried to find the kill by himself. Doesn't get it. Misha gets killed by a Discord Strike, but there is the feigned death. Not enough for Rexar. Or, excuse me, I thought that was Feigned Death. It wasn't. That was Ice Block. It was Jaina. My apologies. Big time apologies. Rexar, you're still alive. This is where the Leoric starts to get the value. A lot of these deaths late game. Shoeman able to revive just a bit sooner. Fortunate for ReGen Phoenix, they do have Rexar who's able to play defense up here and hold this in favor of the red side. Bottom side, though, very strong right now for party time, but they have to do it up against the siege camp. Still pushing in. Darabo still looking for stacks on bribe, getting all these minion waves killed while he's nearby. I think Leoric gets his kill. Mudge now stuck. He's just channeling away. Bestial Wrath going. Does he have enough? Oh, wow. But Falstead's going to clean it up. I don't know if the trade's worth. Again, Leoric will be back up. Rexar won't. It was close. I guess didn't get Feigned Death at all. Okay. Doesn't like necessarily need it. Could be nice, especially if you're locking that in Tomb. Still 20 seconds from our Moshpit being back up here for our ETC player. Our Anubrak player, though, ready to go. Has Cocoon ready. Of course, the Horrify as well for Gul'dan, so maybe a decent time to fight, but they want to wait till 20 as well. So hanging on for just a bit longer until they take a fight is party time. And I think ReGen Phoenix know it. They're paying respect, though, to this Leoric, who's been a troublemaker. But in just a moment, we'll have that Silence Entomb, which is the scarier half of the Heroic when you get that Storm Talon started up. We've got a wave pushing here in the top. It's a Bruiser Camp. Catapult as well. So eventually we'll be onto that keep wall. Arrows on this bottom shrine, trying to switch it in favor of ReGen Phoenix, but here comes Leoric. Shoeman gonna look for that Entomb. So far, nothing, getting shoved around by the face melt. There's a bit of overlap with the Wind Tunnel and the Mosh Pit. Ultimately, the Mosh Pit gets nothing. Cocoon coming out onto Rexar as he made the rotation down, trying to finish off one of these kills, but they don't get anything yet. It's Shoeman who's very low. Water Elemental drop. Will get the kill on Leoric. First one of the fight for ReGen Phoenix. Maybe looking for more. Here comes Misha. Does she have a charge? Does she have a stun? Only looking at the Alarak for now. They turn their sights onto Gul'dan, and he's down after his own Horrify. Great silence, though, for Malfurion. Is there anything else? No. Discord Strike? No, because the Ancestral's so good from Rhaegar, and it's a triple kill. ReGen Phoenix is now flying up to the top. To the mid. It's going to be Darabo. Do any of these minions interrupt him? No, they don't. So Dragon Knight for ReGen Phoenix, as they have 4 heroes already here in the bottom lane. They're going to try to find this fort. Maybe find a keep. Let's look in up top, because this Bruiser Camp, this Catapult, it's been pushing this entire time, and that could be the first keep down. So ReGen Phoenix maybe just have to sidewall, move on to a core here. Still 30 seconds till the support is back for party time. Dragon Knight still walking around with 90% health. And yeah, that top lane might go down. 2 catapults here now. Bottom keep wall down. Dragon Knight still 60% health. 50 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds for Gul'dan to respawn. 10 seconds for Malfurion. Keep taking a chunk of damage as the top keep is the first to fall. Does ReGen Phoenix even realize it, or do they even want to consider backing here? I think they probably will. They get the keep. Maybe if they get a kill, they can move on to core, but they don't have the kill yet. Leoric's pretty deep on the backside. Has the Silence and Tomb if he wants to rip it. Does he? Go for it, though. So far, nothing. Arrow playing aggressive, sliding in. They get the kill on Alaric. They get the kill on Leoric. Still looking for more. Here comes Misha. Bestial Wrath has been popped. Anubarak being slowed. There's the stun. Dragon Knight popped. ReGen Phoenix setting their sight onto the core of the wind tunnel, but not able to keep Anubarak out, but they are able to just push everyone away. There's the Mosh Pit on 3 just to seal the deal. And game number 2 will go over to ReGen Phoenix. So yeah, I said we'd probably have a thriller tonight. I said both teams are sitting high in the standings. Both teams know how to win. And so far we've seen both teams get a W. We're heading to a game number 3. This one, 18 kills for ReGen Phoenix. All led by their assassin Falstead. 6 kills in the game. Great job as well by Jaina picking up 5. And Rexar leading his team in hero damage, 69k up against Leoric in the top lane. Job well done by much. Let's take a look at these talents before we move on to our final break of the night. GG there. Chat was right, 2-0 on the poll before game number 2. I asked you who would win game 2. You guys voted for ReGen Phoenix. So if you're here rooting for party time, it's going to show you that you got to vote and show your support. They can sense it. I can sense it. Of course, I can read it. But ladies and gents, we'll be back in just about 3 minutes. Game number 3 to close out the set. And welcome back to twitch.tv/MurdaRG. Once again, I am your host, Murda. Thanks for being here. We have all of our players currently lined up and ready to go. Let me let them know I'm ready. All right, I think we're going to be ready to go here. So welcome back, game 2. Pretty impressive win there for ReGen Phoenix. Does tie up this series, and our last map will be Sky Temple. So we haven't seen too much Sky Temple this season. You usually never do. It's one of the least popular maps, although it always ends up in the map pool because it's slightly better than some of the other ones that you guys at home don't like. So it's always a map that's there for teams who like it, and there's plenty of teams who don't like it, and if you don't ban it and you don't like it, you gotta deal with it. This one, the map selection of ReGen Phoenix, the third map of the day selected by them. And here we go. Game number 3. Deathwing has been banned twice already in this first ban slot. Will it continue to be the first ban for party time? Yes, it will. ReGen Phoenix has taken away the Malfuel twice in this spot. Will they continue their ban? Yes, they will. So now we're 2 for 2. Will this be the Stukov? No! They're switching it up. They don't want to play against that Falstead again. Maybe had it in their scouting report, but had to face it in game number 2. It was pretty strong. Got a lot of value with the bribe. Another bribe map here, so sticking with the Ariel ban is ReGen Phoenix, the same 2 they had in game number 2. And that's going to leave the ETC open to be taken away. Played twice in this game, in this set, by ReGen Phoenix and Arrow. It's going to be taken away that time by Chess Clue. So RGP going to have to switch up their tank selection. 10 seconds for their first 2 picks. They've shown their solo lane and their tank with their first 2 picks twice tonight. There's some bits from Silvara83. Appreciate those. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're having a great evening. Hope you had a very happy holiday. And hope you're getting ready for a good new year as we see Greymane and Sonya selected. Now, finally, we're getting some Greymane, baby. And pairing it in with the Sonya, going to give them the soul lane for Mudge. Excuse me. Whew. Wolfie saying, don't think they've ever seen or watched a game with Arrow actually playing. Well, welcome. Typically, I'm the one getting the cast Arrow. I'm like, this boy casts so much HOTS. And then I see his games go uncasted, and I put my name on last minute. Like, someone's just got to throw this guy a bone, right? Of course, like, you guys are like, oh, you like ReGen? I know, I do. So that too. Touche. Rhaegar stolen away, though. Was played twice by Arya tonight, and the Kael'thas as well, which was a game 1 ban. Seems as though they're taking away heroes and picking heroes and really focusing on the draft here is party time. Finding the heroes that are of value in this particular matchup, either taking it or banning it. There we see Maiev banned for the first time this evening. Haven't seen her picked really at all this season. But we'll draw a ban here in game number 3. Final ban belongs to party time. Time has expired, and they're going to take away Arrow's second favorite, that Johanna. So doing some homework here is party time, looking for this game 3 win. How does ReGen Phoenix switch this up? What is still available that they like to play? Maybe something like a Garrosh might work for them. Do they have enough to go with it? I think they do. I think the Greymane can be pretty sweet for them. Malfurion's still out there for roots if you want to root up the toss. Of course, the Chastise from Anduin's still an option, which is what I'm thinking they're going to do. Garrosh, Anduin. Your boy knows what he's talking about, all right? We just had to talk through it. Like, what tanks do they like to play? Probably Garrosh. What support do you put with it? Well, probably Mal for Anduin, but they play Anduin a bit more, so Anduin. All right. Final 2 picks for party time. They lock in an Arthas and a Tychus. Tychus. Okay. You're going to try to use the minigun to kill off the Garrosh. Also big body on the Sonya. Final pick, ReGen Phoenix on the clock. And it's Darabo. He's been playing that flex tonight. Game 1 looking pretty strong on the Hanzo. And game number 2 on the Falsehead. This time it'll be Medivh. Alright. Ladies and gentle beans, it's time to vote who will win game 3. Will it be Party Time or will it be ReGen Phoenix? Look at the top of your chat right now. There's a plug-in there. It's going to ask you to vote. You're going to click on who you want to vote for and then hit vote. And then I will get the results. I will share them with you. Game 1, no votes. 0-0. Chat, you didn't win or lose. Game 2, you picked ReGen Phoenix, and you were right, chat. 2-0. 2 of you picked ReGen Phoenix, and they won. But here we go, game 3. What will you decide? Are you changing your mind? Anything different you see here in this final draft? Or are you happy with how the first 2 games went for either your team, and you're just thinking, that momentum in either direction, that's for them. We'll find out. 1 vote already. I'm not going to tell you who it was for. Keep those votes coming in. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Of course, follower goals, subscriber goals are there. Help us out as we load on in to game number 3. And on the left-hand side, we got Bishop Mist playing the Tychus, Chess Clue on the ETC, Ekib playing Arthas Shoeman on the Kael'thas, and Sealy Man on the Rhaegar. Make some noise because they are party time. And over on the right-hand side, game 2 winners. We got Arrow on the Garrosh, Arya on the Anduin, Rabid Penguin on the Greymane, Mudge on the Sonya, and in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's actually Darabo playing the Medivh. Make some mother flippin' noise for ReGen Phoenix. Level 1 talents up on the screen. A bit of a different one here. It's going to be Renew for Anduin, not going for that double talent. Instead, just wanting to get those basic attacks, empowering the next flash heal, and also heal for 135 over 5 seconds. I had to read that because I'd never seen it picked. Although, I guess I've always had it. Okay. I don't play too much Anduin, but yeah, I usually just pick that other one. We'll see how this works out. I'm sure it's fine. For the Sonya, will be Warpaint dealing up against the Arthas. I think a risky situation, maybe, but so far getting the better half of that exchange. Ekib has to use the well tap early, and Mudge able to grab the vision control. And here comes Camps spawning, and right on top, ReGen Phoenix right away, setting Anduin and Greymane. Fantastic Sieger, as Medivh able to provide all this vision in the sky. Can Medivh pick up XP globes from the sky? I don't know the answer. I know you can pick up ReGen globes, and I would assume that means XP globes as well, so... Huh. Interesting. Siege camp being looked at by Party Time. They grab it, but they're finding out that the Bruiser camp was grabbed up top by ReGen Phoenix, and now Mudge going to have some help in the top lane. Who's going to be sent up to support? Looks like Bishop Mist making the rotation. That's Tychus. Room here for ReGen Phoenix to work on their own siege camp, but they're a little bit behind as this enemy siege camp, the one coming from Party Time, blue side, about to be pushing onto this fort wall. Just Darabo here in defense. But that's just Medivh. He's not exactly the strongest defender, but look at him micro these minions back, not letting them get onto the wall. And this siege camp will be able to be killed. As Sonya made the rotation to mid, finding some XP there. Gonna walk up to the top, avoiding that Flame Strike. Flame Strike? No. That would be the Living Bomb. Preventing the Living Bomb from exploding on her own minions. Wow. Job well done, Sonya. Bottom lane, Siege Camp is here, but the defense is as well. just the Garrosh and no follow-up available, so Arrow not even looking for it. Just going to rotate on out. Mudge still assaulting Ekeeb a bit. Trying to zone out some of this XP. Just see that slam every single time. Walk on in, Ekeeb. You're going to get slammed, and Mudge pretty content with that. And finding some globes, zoning out some XP. Sonya being the lane bully. Bottom lane, though, this has taken the most damage so far from Party Time. Mid lane setting up now is Party Time onto this temple just activating. Sonya's up top still against this Arthas, but who's going to move on to the point, if anyone? Looks like Mudge might be waiting for some help from the rest of the team. Here comes Garrosh, as Arthas getting zoned off some globes, and Mudge continuing to win this battle. Ekeeb, I don't think has a well tap, already used it, so gonna have to play safe by the wall. Medivh's gonna scout out mid and give information over to ReGen Phoenix that mid side's being contested, and that's about it. So here comes an attack along with the shots from this tower. There's a Chastise allowing Bishop Mist to get flipped over, but he's able to just vault away, and now Rabid Penguin, the one taking all the damage from Kael'thas. We'll get back to Anduin, get some healing, but I don't think they finish this off. They don't. Mudge starting to back on out. And we'll end up getting the friendly toss from Garrosh. Now Arrow may be in trouble himself. Mudge walking back in. Whirlwind onto 5 heroes, but still no kills either direction. Portal gonna get Sonya out. And I think that's it, as the temple is over. Advantage going to Party Time. Vision currently in possession of ReGen Phoenix. They're going to throw a portal out just to scare away Arthas and move on to the point, making sure they retain possession of this Vision. Finding the flip only on the ETC is Garrosh. And Greymaine's been looking to find some XP, finds a bit at mid. It is a half-level lead for ReGen Phoenix. Still no first blood here on Sky Temple. Almost 5 minutes in. And neither team has been looking for fights. They've really just been playing the camps, playing the macro, and playing the objectives. Right now it's Medivh providing vision of a camp take here by Party Time. On the other side, no one from ReGen Phoenix started on this camp yet, but here they go finally. It's going to be Greymane and Anduin, with Garrosh holding the vision. No one walking in from Party Time, so should be safe here, as bottom lane Siege Camp about to be pushing onto this wall. Where's Medivh? Medivh's up top with Sonya. They're trying to get through this fort, and here comes Kael'thas, but good force and will keeping Mudge alive. They get through the fort. There's the portal. Mudge should be okay. Tyke is showing up with the minigun. I don't think it's enough to get the kill. They don't get the kill, and Medivh, to perfection, helping Sonya escape. Now bottom lane is ReGen Phoenix with their own siege camp after clearing out the other side. They're pushing onto a fort wall. It's going to be a late rotation and a toss away from Garrosh. And that'll be a tower down, a wall down. Chessclue, the only one here in defense, now showing up as Kael'thas. Backside looked like Tychus might have wanted to flank, but doesn't. They're going to give that up, but up top, let's look at this. Sonya looking at a bruiser camp for a bottom side temple. This should get value during the objective, but going to be late to the party is Mudge. 3 seconds till that temple is active. And it's 5 heroes from Party Time in the bottom lane. About to get set up. They're sending Rhaegar in onto the point. Now moving out, as they were a little scared. They didn't have vision of Sonya, and if they did, they would have known that she was down there on that camp, maybe getting a few shots off. But now level 10s, Bruiser camp top lane, Catapult top lane. That's going to be a problem. Who's going to respond to that, and do they just give up this entire temple? Already on this point is ReGen Phoenix, now moving off. Switching positions now is Mudge. He's on the point with Wrath of the Berserker as his heroic choice. We do see the taunt selected by Garrosh. There is the taunt, only hitting onto one. Leyline Seal backside. It's the Cursed Bullet onto Arthas. He's down 50% health, pops the ghouls, and gets the Ancestral Heal. So Ekeeb going to be plenty healthy as the Mosh Pit coming out. Getting cleansed, though, with Sonya. She still dies. Tossed now onto Arthas as the ghouls are gone. So is Arthas. Resuming coverage in the top lane. Here comes that Catapult and Bruiser camp. Still no one defending, as the bottom lane is where all of our heroes are. There's the Odin pop by Bishop Mist as Party Time onto this point. Arrow finds the flip, but no stun coming out from Garrosh. There's the power slide keeping Arrow locked in, as everyone now has moved off the temple. Respawn's coming out from Sonya and Arthas, but Arthas having to go up top to clear out the bruiser camp, getting through the wall, and it's still cooking. Catapult number 2 about to arrive as the wall down. One of the towers is down. That second tower might fall as well. I want to see if it goes. It does. So bruiser camp getting value. That was the one that Sonya had picked up at the start of the objective phase. It gets through that wall, and here on Sky Temple, every single structure counts, even the turrets, even the walls, because those shots coming out from the temples will target them, and if you can get them down, it just means, hey, your targeted shots are hitting something more important. Garrosh trying to walk in, this fort very low, Greymane able to finish it off. Here comes Arthas on the flank. Howling Blast not going to connect, but here comes ETC. No mosh pit for 30 seconds, so they really can't take this fight. Leyline Seal going to lock in 3 as Garrosh walking in, finds a taunt on 2. Spin to win from Sonya. There's a stun from the Light Bomb. Chest Glue gets the Ancestral Heal at the last moment, but Arthas won't be able to survive. Kael'thas has that big, giant, what's it called? Pyroblast back online, but no targets to shoot at as Sonya is still spinning on the backside. Chest Glue able to power slide away. Ends up being a double kill for ReGen Phoenix, and Tychus all alone down here will be the third to fall. A triple for ReGen Phoenix. Boss on the map. They're moving right over to it. And here comes their Sieger. Greymane with a little bit of health can help him out. And no defense being shown by Party Time, conceding over this boss without Tychus, without their level 13s. There's just really nothing they could have done. Now there's a siege camp here, and it's pretty wide open for ReGen Phoenix, as well as 2 temples. To see if Sonya wants to run up to the top. As Greymane finishing off this siege camp. ETC walking in on the other side, but Chest Glue finding 3 red shirts there in the way. Gonna back on out. Portal now onto the Death Bridge. Do they go through it? No, they don't. They just want these temples, I think. Sonya heading up to the top. Anduin appears to be heading to the bottom. He's trying to get this XP first. And that will be it. Mudge now walking onto the point. Greymane down here. This one's already 25% shot off. And both now targeting in at these middle structures. You see, even targeting down these wells here, wasting a few of those shots. So just shows how important it can be to get these structures down manually when you can, instead of automatically with these temples when you can't always count on it. Bruiser camps available. There's an aggressive one here for ReGen Phoenix. They've shown aggression. I want to see if maybe they're thinking about the aggressive play here. Yes, they are. Anduin's going to show in that top lane, though, just barely. So vision provided. Here comes Kael'thas first. Arthas running behind, ETC as well. Rhaegar, the one who's still all the way back on the point. I don't think there's going to come in. They still have the Leyline Seal here from Medivh if ReGen Phoenix wants to make sure they can get this. There's a toss from Garrosh. Where's the Leyline Seal? Still not coming out. There's the Mosh Pit locking in a few here as that Odin on the bottom side getting a lot of value. Camp able to be taken away by Party Time. There's the Ancestral keeping everything alive. They get the triple kill. All because a little bit of vision was given away in that top lane. A smart rotation, a quick rotation from Party Time, keeping them in this. And speaking of keeping them in this keep barely standing. Now walking in, Anduin's going to see it. So vision provided, but nothing they can do. Without those level 16 talents, maybe a bit early to be too aggressive for ReGen Phoenix, and they're going to pay by losing both these bruisers in the top lane. Just Anduin's up here, now going to hearth away, knowing that maybe some heroes are going to be rotating this way. They're just onto this fort, and very quickly able to do it with the bruiser camp. Going to kill off one of these catapults right next to them as well. And no towers here in the top lane, so this wave will push free onto that wall. They can rotate away if they want. 2 temples will be spawning next, top and mid. As all of our heroes have respawned. It's a level 16 to 15 advantage, ever so slight for ReGen Phoenix. But just like in game number 1, had a lead there. Lost a big fight, similar to like what we just saw. And it all started to crumble from there and really picked up for Party Time earlier in this match on Battlefield of Eternity. Will the same thing happen here on Sky Temple? You see Arth is looking for something aggressive right now. He keeps trying to walk in, but not a team behind him yet, so they didn't go for a fight. Double Temple spawning less than 10 seconds, and it appears as though Party Time positioning on mid, and I think they should have focused top because the first shot going right onto this keep, that's going to be down in one shot. So there's Anduin on the point. There goes the keep. One shot, it is down. And I think they realized it a little too late that top should have been their focus because the mid one would have shot at the mid keep instead of the top keep. But either way, here comes the fight. Pyroblast blocked by a Force of Will, so no value from Kael'thas left. There's the cursed bullet onto Arthas, but he's got ghouls on the backside. Moshpit not hitting anything as Arthas still falling and will be the first to go down in the fight. ReGen Phoenix still looking for more and not having to deal with a mosh pit. There's the double stun by Garage, tossing a unit on top of another. But they don't get another kill, but they do get a lot of time onto this temple. Already getting through the top keep, now working through the mid keep wall. Second turret is down, back onto the mid temple is going to be Party Time, but here comes ReGen Phoenix looking to play defense. Portal has been dropped, moving right onto the point. Our three heroes from ReGen Phoenix. There's a leyline seal. Looking for the cursed bullet onto Rhaegar, but not getting the kill is Rabid Penguin now in trouble, having to back on out, getting a little bit of help from Anduin. Here's that Odin once again from Tychus. Bishop Mist gonna try to finish him off, but Force of Will keeping Rabid Penguin alive. Good microing there by Darabo, helping his team out, as everyone from ReGen Phoenix able to retreat, except, whoa, Rabid Penguin flirting with death, but able to stay on his feet. ReGen Phoenix abandoning the final two shots. What happened here? That's the bonus shots. They gave them all up. Another leyline seal connecting onto three that time. Here comes Mudge, spearing in deep onto Rhaegar. Now turning sights onto Tychus. He's low, but gets his own heal because that's the stuff, baby. Portal forward, leyline seal again. These resets are really coming in clutch now for Medivh. You see every time he's landing these. Now the, light bomb, so good. Kael'thas down. Flipping back the Tychus as well. Bishop Mist will fall. They lose their Medivh, but after taking out three, that might be all they need. And if they get Arthas, yes, it should be. Can they head to the top lane? Can they finish this one off? Four heroes are down right now for Party Time. And ReGen Phoenix with an opportunity to win it in top with three catapults. Just one mini wave in their way, and they're walking right past it right now. Here they come with a Sonya. Does she have Wrath? No, 10 seconds for that, but here they come. 5 seconds for ETC. Will have a mosh pit when he gets up. Kael'thas with the Pyroblast as well when he respawns in 12 seconds. But ReGen Phoenix staying split for now. Here they come. Chessclue looking for anything he can find. There's the mosh pit instantly taunted away by Arrow as ReGen Phoenix able to hold on to the set and get the reverse sweep over Party Time here in week 5 action of season 8. There's a lot of words at the end. Maybe I should have left one word out. Maybe one phrase out. That was maybe too hype. Maybe too hype. Either way, what a set. Both sides looking super strong. Ultimately, chat, you guys were right in games 2 and 3 with your votes. 83% of you guys voting for ReGen Phoenix there to win game number 3, and you were spot on. They take it 9-5 in the kills. Another good game for Mudge, this time on the Sonya. 41k hero damage leading his team. 4 kills though, Rabid Penguin. I know you guys in chat were hyped for him after game 2. Probably hyped again after game 3. Here is the talent screen before we move on. I gotta try to find us an interview. I don't know who it's gonna be. Okay. Alright, I'm here for the interview. See who's going to show up. I don't know. Back to the webcam scene. Oh, Arrow responded. Looks like Mudge will be joining us. Okay. Okay. What? Pulling people in the wrong direction. There we go. I found you. What's up, Mudge? How you doing? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling pretty good. That was a little bit scary. It was a little bit scary, but we clinched it. So
Yeah, clinched it and you clenched it for sure. Game one, maybe a game you could have won, but it got a little sloppy at the end. You lost a fight up against Leoric on your Alarak, and they kind of all started spinning away from there. Notably, a quad kill in the bottom lane when you guys trying to take out a keep. It didn't end up really paying off.
yeah.
Kind of, how'd you guys talk after game one to rebound and end up ultimately getting this reverse sweep?
Well, truly, we think that what happened there, we weren't even really too upset about what happened with that 4-man wipe because XP was still even. And we got keep damage and we got the fort up top because they didn't defend up Mortal. Basically, what the thought process was going into games 2 and 3 was ban Ariel because we kept getting picks, we kept getting the first kill in every fight, and then they'd just be right back and things would fall apart from there.
Yeah, I gotta apologize to everyone at home. I don't think I called out one of those resurrects, but they certainly were there, and I know you guys in chat were talking about it, so blame me. But smart banning. You guys take away the Ariel in games 2 and 3. You stick with the Malthiel ban all night, so you guys had a game plan coming in. How did that game plan come into effect, and how did it have to change throughout the matchup?
Well, we kind of we were trying to play too much to what we had done scouting wise instead of just trying to play our own game. And so after that, we just stuck to the 1-2 bans. And you know, we know that they're a strong macro team, but we are as well. So we tried to take them to a team fight map early, and you know, after that, we didn't shy away from the macro map, so we just took them to it.
Yeah, it seemed like macro was really the priority tonight. Of course, you guys had the fall set in game 2 with a bribe, which helped out tremendously. And in game 3, you guys were on those camps as quickly as possible. You were playing the Sonya there, and were able to help out. A bruiser camp before the bottom temple, the second temple phase. That bruiser camp got you guys that keep. So that was huge money in the bank. Talk through like a bit more. Who's calling out these macro calls, and like, is that just coming out of you from the solo lane? Like, I got time to get this and get down there for the fighter.
Instance, it was, yeah, it was me calling it, but it isn't always. I mean, the team really spreads out and does camps as a whole. A lot of times, I stay in my lane, and the team grabs a camp for me, and that came out a couple of times, gave me some good pressure in game 2. So. I mean, at this point, we're almost of one mind while we play. If someone makes a call, other people are already thinking it, but it's always good to voice it.
So, Mudge, tonight, up against a very tough opponent. I mentioned before the stream, Party Time coming in with a very strong record, 9 points in the standings, 2 behind you guys heading into the match at 11 points. But you're able to pick up the win tonight. What does this mean moving through? And like, do you see Party Time as one of the teams that you're worried about going into the playoffs?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. We were worried about the match coming into the match. We've been talking about it a lot. They are undoubtedly one of the better teams in the division. So, you know, when we see them the second time around, I mean, I expect we will at some point. It'll be a rematch. I mean, we faced them before in another NGS season under a different moniker, and they had a crazy level 20 fight against us. They had a Bush Muradin.
Oh no!
They remember that. Shout out to that Bush Muradin. And so we were determined to make a comeback against them. But yeah, they're a good team. Props to them.
Well, I want to read chat here for a second. Go Rabid Penguin, Cog88 looking for an interview with Rabid Penguin. Well, you're stuck with Mudge tonight, and I do appreciate you stopping in, Mudge. And then Arrow the Storm saying, shout out to you, Mudge, for stepping up and doing a lot of extra scouting this week. So credit to you and your teammates noticing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we knew this was a hard game, so I took it upon myself. Arrow's normally the guy in that seat.
Well, here we go. End of the night. A big win for ReGen Phoenix, remaining undefeated on the season. Before I let you go, though, Mudge, I got to give you time for your shout-outs. So, my friend, the floor is yours.
Obviously, shout-outs to the team, and shout-outs to ReGen, just the organization for always showing up. We love you guys. It's great to be a part of it. And, Man, other than that, I guess I'll just shout out to my boy Creeper. He's always around. He never talks much, but he's always there. So Creep, if you're watching.
There's always people creeping in my chat. And I know you're creeping because I can see who's here. But it's okay, guys. Once again, Mudge, congrats on the big win tonight. I'm sure your team is happy. Go celebrate with them and hope to see you guys soon.
All right. Appreciate it, Murder.
Yep. Twitch chat. Whoa. Big comeback tonight for ReGen Phoenix after losing game 1. They hang on and survive with a 2-1 victory over Party Time. Gotta say big thank you to everyone who came out tonight. We got some bits from Silvara83 and some follows from Beowulf and Carlito. You guys are great. Really helping us get closer and closer to that follower goal. There is still one person who hit unfollow on accident. So if it was you, just double check. Make sure you are followed. And of course, if you're watching in the future over on YouTube, don't leave this page until you hit the subscribe button there. It's really just the simplest thing to do. It goes a long way in helping out these YouTube algorithms, getting more viewers in for Heroes of the Storm, NGS, all the stuff that you love. Hopefully the face you love. I don't know. I love you guys, though. You're beautiful. Don't forget that. Enjoy your New Year's. I will see you guys in the next decade, the next time you see me. I'm going to take tomorrow night off because I'm going out to a party. But I will be back Thursday night hosting the NGS Game of the Week with Slexia over on the NGS Twitch page. That's twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. Make sure you're followed there. If you're not, okay. Don't follow me, fine. Make sure you follow the NGS page because that's really what this whole thing is about. All the help we can get with bumping those numbers up would be huge. Again, love you guys. You guys have been amazing. And until next time, I'm Murda, your chat, and we're pretty cool people, so yeah.